You go watch the movie. Sharks in the movie. Ah, shark. Farewell and adieu to you, fair movie ripoff. Farewell and adieu to you, I don't even know what I'd call it. Chump Buster, not a blockbuster, that's for certain. Black Demon. Now, this actually did come out this year. That's why I'm reviewing it. And we watched it last night at Mark's. So we're like, okay, cool. And I didn't realize, oh, yeah, this came out this year. I can do a review of it. And so we watched it. And the general story is Paul, played by Josh Lucas, takes his family to Mexico. And he's an inspector for a Nixon Oil. And he goes to inspect the oil rig for safety recommendations. Well, as it turns out, there is a giant shark, a megalodon, as they say, that's attacking the rig, and it's them trying to get the family to safety while there's a bomb rigged to go off on that thing. Why is the bomb there for the shark? Well, the movie's been out now for a while, so I can just talk about this freely. I'll give you my brief take first, and then if you don't want any main spoilers, I'll hold the hand up. When I'm done with that, that means I'm talking spoilers. So first and foremost, did I like this movie? It's all right. It wasn't. I have seen work. We watched Bats, the '90s movie Bats with Lou Diamond Phillips the previous week. We just watched shitty movies over at Mark's a lot of time, and yeah, this was like god tier compared to that movie. Oh my god, was Bats bad? It's got the warden from Shawshank in there. Lou Diamond Phillips is in there. Like, yeah, it's bad. And Lou Diamond Phillips like the one saving grace in that entire movie. Lou Diamond Phillips is awesome. But yeah, no, comparatively, this was cinema. But as far as overall movies go, it's passable. The shark's not in it a lot. For a movie called The Black Demon, the Black Demon itself doesn't really show up. It shows up early and then it disappears, and it comes back, then it disappears. It keeps coming and going. And it's just not like there's maybe 5 minutes worth of footage. No, actually, hold on. Thinking on it real quick. Maybe 3 minutes total of footage of the shark overall. 5 if I'm being generous. In a, one moment, hour and, where is that time? Like hour and 40-minute movie with credits, mind you. So yeah, the shark effect though, you can tell this is a little bit on the low budget side. But not so low budget that it looks like it's completely CGI or anything like that. Like they're on location. They're clear, at least they're on location in certain spots. They either built a oil rig set or they are on an oil rig. But and they're definitely on the water. But it's not so cheap that it looks fake. But it's not, they clearly didn't have so much money to put into the movie that it looks amazing. The shark effect is perfectly adequate. It's better than sci-fi original levels, which is not saying much, but still better than that. It's not quite something as good as, like, say, The Shallows. The Shallows had a really good shark effect. I have my issues with that movie, but and I like the movie too, The Shallows, but I have my issues with that movie. But the movie is, the shark effect of like The Shallows on a very low budget is pretty solid. Now, granted, the shark here is supposed to be a megalodon. They even call it that in the movie. I'll get to a complaint about that I have later on. But yeah. And like the general plot is, yeah, that was the general plot, but it's also going into some like an Aztec legend of Tolok, I think it is. Of like the rain god, and this is the vengeance of the rain god. The Black Demon is actually a legend of a giant shark in that area of the world that attacked people, as kind of revered as a god. But again, the shark's just not in it a lot. And when the shark's not in it, we're dealing with some pretty unlikable characters. Like I said, Josh Lucas is like the only actor who I really recognized. If you don't know who Josh Lucas is, 1 second here. I'm trying to find what some of the known for. That's right. He was in, now I remember, he was in Yellowstone. But Sweet Home Alabama, Glory Road. But Ford v. Ferrari, he played, crap, who did he play? I'll have it here in just a second. Who did he play? Louis Beebs, that's it. So yeah, he was in that. Let's see, some other movies I know I've seen him in. One second. Let's see, Youth Organ Mysteries, The Men, The Little Accents. I'm sure The Lincoln Lawyer, he was in that. So, I mean, yeah, and like I said, the new Poseidon movie from 2006. But yeah, the big one, the four big ones he's known for are Ford v. Ferrari, Glory Road, Yellowstone, Sweet Home Alabama, and his now magnum opus, The Black Demon. Everyone else here didn't really recognize, didn't really care. They're not really, like, the family is kind of a little privileged, you can tell. The kids, the daughter particularly, is a little just like, oh, shut up. But the kid, like the little son, he's fine. The wife is fine. How the plot convenience of how they kind of end up on the rig together is a little much. But there's also the two oil rig workers who were still around, who honestly, in terms of people you like, one played by Julio Cesar Cedillo, who played Chato, and Omar Chaparro, who played his sidekick. He's literally called sidekick. Those two are all great. No, those two are fine. I like them. They're actually very. Oh no, sorry, no, it was Junior, played by George A. Jimenez. He's actually playing himself apparently, because his name's Junior as George A. Jimenez. But those two are good. I actually legitimately liked the character of Chato. He's the one with a little chihuahua in the trailer. He's cool. And you buy that this guy wants everyone to be safe, but he's also just been dealing with shit. So he's a little, but I want to say the acting is all fine, and for the most part it is. But the problem for me with the Josh Lucas character is twofold. One, they really don't make him that likable. He does redeem himself ultimately at the end, but they don't make him that likable. And when you realize what he's been doing in the movie, there's a reason for that. But two, it took me a while watching it, but I realized I pointed out with like how he's facially acting, how he's kind of like physically moving some of the lines. There's a scene where he's ripping into the white guy puppet because ripping into him. Chato is. And he's basically with your money watches and this and your fancy shirts, and just goes, "This is burgundy." And he just like they get into a fisticuffs. But I realized a little after later, I'm like, what they're trying to do with him is make him Nick Cage, but the problem is he doesn't have any of the charm or likability of a Nick Cage. Not the actor. The actor I've seen in our stuff. The actor I like as an actor. It's the fact that the script is in the script and directing is making him be a Luke Cage, like act like Nicolas Cage. And I'm like, yeah, no, like, I just imagine, like, I see Nicolas Cage saying that line and says, like, "This is burgundy." Like, I can see that. And then a lot of other facial actions, like he's doing, like kind of doing the crazy leverage. Like, doing the crazy Nick Cage level. Like, they want him to be Nick Cage, but Nick Cage apparently has hit the point now in his career where he doesn't need the money, so they couldn't get Nick Cage. Man. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem with the movie. Also, the movie, it's shot odd, and the music, they only had like this one build-up beat of music, and they use it constantly for like the shark and like action sequences, and it's just playing over shit. Like, it's supposed to be their Jaws theme, and it's just playing over shit, and it's ruining the tension certain scenes have. Not that the music can't be there, but the fact that they're not utilizing it well. Perfect example is, and you see this in the trailer, where a diver's in a diving bell and the shark attacks it, starts to bring it down, and the scene's getting intense, but they're just constantly playing that music over and over and over and over. It's like, like nothing. And when something happens, you think, okay, maybe you should stop the music here for the sudden, is he okay? But no, it's just, it keeps going, and then it eventually stops. And they do that again, like when someone just falls into the water. Like, it's it was bad use of music. It really was. Not to mention, it's just shot weird. Like, there's weird glares at points. It's like the contrast is off with the lighting. And then they had the balls. Okay, spoiler time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler time. They had the balls to rip off a Jaws line. When he's going to go in there to try to get the bomb, which was... I like the fact the bomb at the beginning of the movie isn't designed to kill the shark. It's designed to kill this one guy who was pointing out all the obvious problems with the oil company. But yeah, they had the balls to be like, I don't have any spit. Like, and I literally just said, fuck you I literally went, fuck you to the screen. I'm like, you don't have the ball. You don't have the right to rip off Jaws. Go to F yourself. Man. But since we're in spoilers now, what? So they're not coherent on the reality in this movie, because the film is the shark, the guy says it's not a shark, it's a megalodon. Right there, that's a shark. This movie didn't know how to script that line well. But beyond that, they keep talking about that this is actually a god or sent by a god, but you can kill it, so it's a demon, but it's a shark, but it's not. It's like they don't. And there are points where people are hallucinating, but maybe it's just the oil, the chemicals from like the oil rig, but maybe it's the shark doing it. And like, there's no coherency with the lore you're telling for this creature is the problem. And it'd be one thing if that's kind of a bit of the point. Apparently there was a movie relatively recently called, and I watched Roanoke Gaming's video on it, Bone Cold, about these creatures, and kind of trying to figure out if it's a little psychological, if the creatures are actually real, and they didn't even do a very good job of kind of explaining that, because they kind of proven that the creatures were real, but they're still trying to play it off that way. But that does this still better. If they were at least trying to make you question whether or not this is just a massive shark, or if it's something more, that'd be great, but they don't really do that. They just say, oh yeah, maybe you're hallucinating. Maybe you're not. Maybe this is real. Maybe it's not. If they were doing that, it'd be great, but they're not. They're just, giant shark attacking the rig, attacking people coming near the rig. And by the way, it's probably called the Black Demon. I'm just guessing because it's moving through oil, because there's oil in the water. By the way, there's several flares that are shot up and land in the water. Never once is that oil light. And then the ending where it's like, hey, they made out. Oops, the boat just falls. Does that mean the Kraken comes and gets them, or the shark's is just going to grow its head back? What's going to happen? I don't know. This film is trying to be like several movies in one. It's trying to be a environmental film a little bit. It's trying to be a big business is bad kind of movie. It's trying to be a Jaws movie and just a killer shark monster movie, and trying to somewhat be like a little psychological at points, but not quite sticking the landing on that. This movie is just kind of confused. Instead of just being, hey, it's a giant shark, let's deal with the giant shark. No, we're going with the mythos of this creature. And what if it is a god, but you have to kill it, but it's a demon. You're done. That goes against the concept of being able to kill a demon. Unless you're from the church. We're gonna exorcise the sharks. Shark Exorcist. I think that's a movie, by the way. I know Ghost Shark is a movie. And oh god, if you've never or Ouija Shark is a movie. Sorry, Ghost Shark's a movie too, but Ouija Shark. Oh my god, is Ouija Shark bad? Me and Mark watched that. It was glorious bad. But even the Skeleton of Lost Cadaver, which I have a DVD of, I got for Christmas over there on my DVD rack. If you've never watched the Skeleton of Lost Cadaver, treat yourself. That is cinematic gold in terms of how awesomely bad and badly awesome it is. It is just fantastic. But Ouija Shark is a beast unto itself on how bad it is. How bad it is. But this is nowhere near the worst film it's probably going to be on the top 10 worst films of the year, unless I can find a lot. And I've seen some less than great movies this year. I haven't seen a truly bad movie this year. If I were to quickly, mind you, get the list of all the movies I have watched this year up right now, could I find even 3 movies worse than this right now? This might be the worst movie I've seen this year. And this isn't even that bad. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see here. Just going back like the last couple of months. Transformers was better than this. Fast X. You know, Fast X had Jason Momoa in it. I'm gonna say Fast X is better than this. I mean, Super Mario Brothers was fine. Renfield was perfectly adequate. 65 was alright. Cocaine Bears, it's alright. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I like. Magic Mike's Last Dance and The Amazing Maurice could definitely fall in the category of lesser films. Same with Plane, although Plane's better than this. Knock at the Cabin, Knock at the Cabin and Megan are definitely films I probably wouldn't watch again over this. But to be fair, I don't think I'd ever be watching this film again either. So, if you were to put my feet to the fire, I could probably tolerate A Knock at the Woods over this, but I'd probably tolerate this over Megan. Because Megan, and my biggest issue with A Knock at the Cabin just is the ending of that film. The rest of the movie's actually pretty okay. My biggest problem with A Knock at the Cabin is that ending. The longer I sat on that, I ultimately came to the conclusion, I did not like that ending. I did not think that's how the movie should have ended. Because it's just so freaking anticlimactic. And like, really? That's it? Okay. So, yeah, anyway, that is The Black Demon. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's Mission Impossible. I will see it. I do promise I will see it. I have to get my car into the shop. Either there's something off with it. It's losing some power. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.